You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After Review. I'm your host, Peter, and we're here. We're live. He's back. The man, the myth, the legend. Terrell, what's up, dog?
What's up, man? Back is not a word I would use.
Yeah, he says this.
Guest star, filling in, Matt. I say you owe me a drink, a steak, however you're gonna chop it up, look it up, or figure it out. But I'm holding it down this week. But I'm glad to be back. It'll be fun. We got some good things to talk about.
He's not telling you people. He's standing a foot away from me. So he's bullshitting over here. My man, he has to go watch The Bachelor.
Wait, a foot away? 6 feet away from you, Peter.
6 feet. No, we're roommates now. We live together. We're allowed to be close. It's tough to... Same household. We're in the zone.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a happy man, aren't you? Championship weekend, Chiefs won. We can start there.
Let's start. That's great. Start there. So Chiefs won.
All this complaining all year from you. The Chiefs. I told you they were going to the Super Bowl.
Yes and no, because you know me. I'm very I'm optimistic, but I'm the hardest Chiefs critic there is. Didn't play well the last 8 games of the year. Really struggled there. Didn't look great, but at the end of the day, all you gotta do is win, and that's what the Chiefs did and won. And then coming into the Bills game, everyone had the Bills. Everyone thought
that's not true. Chiefs are the favorite.
I shouldn't say everyone had the Bills, but like everyone half of the ESPN crew had the Bills. I think Randy, Rex, and Matt had the Bills, and obviously Samantha Ponder. She's a smart woman. She had the Chiefs and Teddy Bruschi.
She's not that smart. She's married to Christian Ponder. So,
anyways, well, Christian Ponder's a lucky one there. But anyways, yeah. So coming into it was really, I was down on the Chiefs. I was a little nervous. Not gonna lie, that the Bills were to come out. The Bills were super hot. They're gonna come out and just smack the Chiefs. And it kind of started off that way, right? I mean,
it was 9-0.
9-0. Like my dad said, we spotted them 9.
I said it's the biggest mistake
I love that.
you could ever make. My mom's written there rooting for the Bills, obviously, because my aunt and uncle, Bills season ticket holders. And I looked at them like, this is the biggest mistake you could ever make in your life. Like, you do not want to be here. She's like, what you mean? Like, well, they're winning. I'm like, they're about to lose right here. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be down 9 points to the Chiefs and up 9 points to the Chiefs in the first quarter.
Yeah,
because the Chiefs will just turn it off. Like, oh, this is going to be easy.
Yeah, exactly. Now, they kind of, I think they feel off that stuff. They feel off the, oh, crap, we gotta come put it together. And, once they actually put it together, it's a very scary sight. I mean, they got down 9-0, got the ball back, and then marched, I'm pretty sure, 80 yards for a touchdown, 14-play drive. In it with McCole Hartman, who
muffed the punt to set up the Bills' touchdown.
Yeah, muffed the punt to set up the Bills' touchdown. I think someone pointed this out the other day, is that it's great that Bills got that touchdown off the muff point, but it was 2 plays? Your offense doesn't really get in groove off 2 plays, 3 yards.
I mean, well, they went down the field and got the field goal on the first drive. First drive.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It's kind of a big drive for them.
But I think that in a way, because Allen took a horrible sack right before that punt. In a way, it kind of didn't really help their offense get in a real groove.
They needed the defense to get one more stop off the muff punt. Maybe KC picks up a couple first downs, and then they punt it back with the ball up 9-0. I get that. But if I told you Bills scored first 9 points and the last 9 points of the game, you would have been like, what is the score of this game? Like, man, Buffalo's got this.
Yeah.
It wasn't close. I love it. I text you. The score was 38-15 with 7:30 left in the game, and you're like, "It's not over yet." I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
It was not over.
It was over.
No, they got an onside kickback, scored a touchdown. It made things interesting. But
they made you sweat just so I could laugh at you, but that game, it was over. 38-15, 7:30. It was over. Worried for no reason. Chiefs defense, I don't really think the Chiefs offense looked that good. I thought it was more the Bills defense is terrible. We kind of knew they weren't great, and it really showed.
I told you something was gonna have to give.
I said the red zone. The key to that game was the red zone. I said the Chiefs can score in the red zone. This game's not gonna be close, and they went 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
Yeah, 5. I know they were perfect in the red zone. I think they were 5 for 5 in the red zone with touchdowns.
Yeah,
so easy. And then the Bills were 1 for 4 with touchdowns in the red zone, which is really bad.
Sean McDermott kind of helped the Chiefs defense out, kicking field goals.
I was okay with the field goal before the half. You needed points.
No, the field goals would have made sense. You need points. But the one to make it cut it to 18,
the third quarter. It was the third quarter.
4th and 3. I'm probably going Josh Allen run.
You got to try. Josh Allen did not look good at all. It was a young man. It looked like a young man out there.
That goes back to what I said. He couldn't really get in rhythm. I mean, he got the early touchdown, which makes you feel good. but you're not actually in rhythm. No, you're not in rhythm. The offense isn't really synced. And then the next drive with 3 and out. So
he went back to his bad stuff though. He went back to the bad things, like he would make bad decisions with the ball, trying to forcing the ball right into coverage.
Yeah.
Clearly the Chiefs watched film because they didn't let the Bills do anything on offense. The right side couldn't block anybody.
Yeah.
And he would roll right, and there'd be 2 guys in his face. And
I love that. So,
bad adjustments, bad moves
Steve
by him.
Spagnuolo, dude, is not a bad DC.
He's gonna have to go against an offensive line that can block in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you,
That's fine.
But Buffalo.
I mean, the 49ers offensive line could block last year too.
Yeah, and it wasn't the defense that won that game. It was
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes pulling. It was Jimmy G missing a wide open Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, that's why we told you. That's why you play the game.
Sometimes you
That's
miss.
why passing is so hard because you got to connect. You got to make it work. If it was so easy, everyone would do it.
Well, so what was it? What we've been bitching about? I've been bitching about. I hate the 3rd and 2. And everybody throws the damn ball downfield, and then Aaron Rodgers did it and dropped the time. And you're like, well, I'm okay with that because it was bump and run, and there was nobody over the top. It's like, well, you also have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
he's putting the ball in his hand.
You got to be able to trust your quarterback. Will you trust your quarterback more than your receiver there?
It's a little both. The receiver got catching on the run. You're on the run.
Don't get me wrong, but I would say the receiver doesn't even get. Most of the time, the receiver doesn't even have a chance.
That's true.
So bad.
But I think a lot of quarterbacks also throw that ball away if it's not perfect coverage. They kind of just like dump it.
Yeah,
but anyway, the Bills look like they need another receiver though, because Stephon Diggs Cole Beasley's banged up. They need somebody. They need some playmakers on offense, and they need a dude on defense. They had nobody out there that could stop. You think you'd stop Kelsey or Tyreek Hill, and both of them.
But you paying Tre'Davious White. What do you
got? One of them's got. Somebody's got to stop somebody out there.
You're not wrong. I don't know. I mean, of course, the Bills would love another playmaker, and I think them losing Zach. I just think them losing Zach Moss kind of hurt them more than they think.
That run game is terrible.
I know, but I think that's really what they're lacking. You talking about more playmaker? I think they're just lacking like a half.
You need a bell cow running back, and they don't. Zach Moss is not a bell cow running back. Riley's the lead. Riley, the only man that's the leader of that fan club over there.
I don't know. I think Zach Moss would have helped you. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I think John Brown's is a half decent receiver. I think Gabriel Davis is banged up. I think they got
John Brown couldn't get open against it. It's not like the Chiefs secondary is good. They're very mediocre corners.
Yeah,
they couldn't get any separation.
I'm excited for what LeJarris Sneed's going to be though. I'm very excited about that. No, you're not wrong. They're very mediocre corners. They just have a really good scheme and they play a little bumper run. You're not wrong. I don't know. I just think those guys are playmakers all year, and we get to one game. And I mean, Cole Beasley, I think he was broken. He came out playing with a broken fibia, so that's crazy in itself. But I think if you could find a younger version of Cole Beasley, I think you'll be all right.
How about they need a big bad tight end that they can throw to? They can stretch the field.
They like Knox though. They're not getting away from him. They like that guy.
They run 4 wide receiver sets more than anybody in the NFL. I think you could add a vertical tight end that could really help.
I don't think they're gonna get one. I think that's their guy. But they had a great play and they went away from it. They had the read option and they had Knox coming across. But
nobody fears the read option because they're not. You're gonna give it for 2 yards. I mean,
I'm just saying, like when they pulled it because they ran it on the first 4th down. I was like, that's a great play call because he pulled it. And Josh Allen had a chance to run, but if someone.
Oh yes, where he just flipped it to the tight end.
I like that play call, and they kind of went away from it because I feel like the Chiefs because they ran it another time and Knox was wide open, but I think he ended up giving it, which is I guess he got the give read. But I just thought the Chiefs had no answer for that because no one was even following Knox over. Because they scored off that play and they got the first down off that play as well. I feel like they could have just ran a variation of that all freaking game and it would have been over.
You would go in 3 yards at a time.
Not 3 yards at a time, but I think you eventually you come off.
You know what they do though? You just walk Tyrann Mathieu down on him and say this is over, then you got to adjust and then you bracket Diggs again.
You also said. That the Leslie Frazier was interviewing for a job. You thought he wasn't.
He's got the Houston. He's interviewing for the Houston job.
Yeah, but you thought before that game he wasn't because you said all the Bills coordinators weren't interviewing, and I forgot to tell you that he was interviewing for the job. And it's a pattern. I think these coaches who are in, and I know they
interview and they get carved up the next week.
Kinda.
We saw Steve Sarkisian put on a show in the national championship game though.
That's different.
It's different because it's not the league.
But let's run through it real quick. Let's run through it. Arthur Smith, carved up.
He's the offensive coordinator. But they didn't score. They didn't score. They didn't score after the first half. At least the Ravens have a good defense. Like I can legitimize the Ravens defense, and I can't help it that Derrick Henry could not run the ball. Like, they couldn't get the ball to Derrick Henry.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'll give you that one ish. But then we got the guy from the Colts defensive coordinator. I would say he didn't get a head.
There was the offensive coordinator who got the Eagles head coach, but that was after. The defensive guy was.
Both those guys are good, so I'll give them. I'll
I mean,
swing on
they
that
gave
one.
up some points to Buffalo, but again, Buffalo was the
Buffalo
top scoring
was
team.
bowling.
It was good. They played that game.
They were in it to win.
Yes, they got the stop. They got their offense, the ball back with a chance to win the game.
Yes. Then we go to the Rams. I mean, he ran into
He ran into a buzzsaw and he was
did.
banged up. That wasn't much a hit. I mean, he had no Aaron Donald. That defense runs on Aaron Donald getting pressure up the middle. We saw it this weekend.
But then that's the guy you're gonna hire because all his defense is based off of one guy, two guys.
Well, I think against the Packers, they only have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey couldn't cover Devontae Adams.
I don't think anybody can cover Devontae Adams. Not in that slant route.
Tampa Bay says otherwise.
Fair enough. You're right. And then Leslie Frazier. I mean, I don't know. He kind of caught
Leslie Frazier's not a very good coach.
He kind of caught the
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not a good head coach.
Who else got?
I don't know. Stefanski did it last year with Minnesota when he got the Browns job.
Yeah.
He laid an egg against San Francisco.
Yeah, you're really pissed about that.
Yeah, because they were like the 26th ranked run defense, and we ran down.
Wasn't he flying back and forth or something like that?
I don't know. It's Cleveland, probably. It's like 10 minutes, but still. The 26th ranked run defense San Francisco was. We ran the ball like 6 times with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. No, you've been on record about saying this, and I think it is a trend, but I don't think it affects them as much as we think they are, but it is a trend, though.
I have said they shouldn't be allowed to interview until after they're eliminated.
I think some season. And I want to say, or maybe Arthur Smith interviewed after the fact, because he got out first round.
I think he already had, everybody kind of had their jobs.
No, because he got it like soon after they lost, actually.
Yeah,
we're all like head scratching.
But no, he wasn't as much a head scratcher as the Rams guy, because we all thought Dable was taking that job.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you don't go with the offensive guy with Justin Herbert.
I agree.
I don't know. You would have to,
because their defense has all the talent, and you're assuming he's going to hire a stud offensive guy.
You would have to when I interview you, need to tell me who the offensive coordinator be, and I need to love him or be. He almost needs to be in an interview with you.
Was he hanging? I wonder who he hired. Did he hire the McVay guy? I think they said he hired a good coordinator. I think I saw that on Twitter. I have no idea who he hired.
Gosh, I wish I knew who he hired.
Anyway, we're forgetting about this. There was a whole other game that happened first.
Let's talk something about the first game.
We got Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, first, an actual GOAT. Yeah. Tom Brady, the ageless wonder. Oh, God. My heart has never... I mean, I say this a lot, but I felt so much joy watching Aaron Rodgers blow it. Absolutely blow it against the Buccaneers.
I'm not one to put down. I'm always picking people up and trying to
come on, give me the slander. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm always maybe
I'm being a little too hard on him.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to pull me back.
But I was so happy to see the Rodgers slander. Mostly because my boss put it down my throat all year how great Aaron Rodgers was, and that Aaron Rodgers was the GOAT, best quarterback he's ever seen. He's a gifter of throwing the football, which he's not wrong, but he's the best quarterback I've ever seen, blah, 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 this and that. And then to see him lay an egg was the greatest thing ever. And he won't talk about it to this day yet, but tomorrow I'm going to bring it up because I think it's been a couple of days, and I think he should just get over it in the fact that they already lost.
He's gonna take that L.
He's going to take the L. But yes, it was as sad as it was great to see Aaron Rodgers kind of come back to life. You know what I mean? It really solidified me because I was a little upset about the whole, because I'm a big Mahomes guy, MVP situation. Although Rodgers won the MVP in the regular season, but it's kind of that thing in this. You run into the same thing with LeBron all the time. You get so mad because it's literally how the Mahomes situation. Mahomes and LeBron, they play good in the regular season.
Mahomes didn't play good in the November-December stretch. Thanksgiving on, Mahomes did not play well.
Well, LeBron has stretches like that though.
LeBron does not have stretches like that. At the end of the season, when you're making a push. Braun closes seasons out.
But yes, you're not wrong from that to talking about. But he has stretches where he's just I want to say meh, but he's a lower version of LeBron. He's a coasting LeBron.
But there's a difference between LeBron coasting and your quarterback coasting, which is an issue. You can't be doing that.
Okay.
The turnovers were a massive issue with Mahomes at the end of the season. It wasn't very close.
Okay, fair enough. I think it was close to anything. Whatever. Because
he's gonna finish. He's gonna finish third or fourth.
That's the thing. Why? Like this is all recency bias, in my opinion.
Well, first of all, how's Derrick Henry's going to be the first 2,000-yard rusher to not win the MVP?
Which is wild.
That is wild.
But I don't want to get too far off track. But like that's what you get mad about is because. But when the playoffs come, Mahomes he like turns it on. And so does LeBron. LeBron turns it on. And like, why is this in our MVP? Because it's taking a regular season. And I think maybe. I don't know. I guess there's a reason why there's a Super Bowl MVP because that's who usually is the MVP of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually that's how that works out. So I guess that works out itself, but it is what it is. I don't think Mahomes is sweating it as long as he gets another Super Bowl MVP. And I told my boss that I was like, at some point I gave it up. I was like, cool, let Rodgers have the MVP, and then Mahomes gets Super Bowl MVP, and then that's what we really.
Rodgers could have that 1-4 record in the NFC Championship game. Congratulations, you beat who? I don't even know who that Chase. It was Chase Daniel, Chad Henne. Who the hell was the quarterback for the Bears? They knocked out Jay Cutler.
Coward?
No, I don't even think it was Kyle Orton. They beat out some. They knocked Jay Cutler left the game because he hurt his mangina. And he was out for the game, and they beat a shitty Chicago team in Chicago. Ooh, congratulations, Rodgers.
What year is this?
2010. So, again, they beat no quarterback there. It was just a sham. He's lost his last 4 now. He's 0-4 his last 4.
It was like Todd Collins was the quarterback.
Jesus. Yeah, who the hell is that? Exactly. Anyway, lost at home for the first time, and they had it. Brady tried his best to give this game away. A little bit. Mike Evans did not help that man out. Mike Evans tipped the ball right to a defender, and Mike Evans did not get his head around on the blitz, which is kind of his fault. He has to read the defense.
I would give you one, not the other. But he did sell that one on Mike Evans. You were mad about it, and I listen to you. I take your word for it, and I went to Twitter. Not that the Twitter's right or wrong.
Catch ball.
And Twitter was like, I've already sold that one.
A little bit. It wasn't perfect ball, but you could have made that.
Because overthrowing Mike Evans is a lot.
Mike Evans didn't jump that high on that route either.
He was running across. It's hard. You ran across, but it's kind of hard to jump that high, running across the field.
Mike Evans should have been a little bit more prepared. But the Hail Mary bomb off the blitz, Mike Evans has to be ready for that.
No, you're not wrong.
Because it's one-on-one. You know the ball's coming to you. You have to identify. Leonard Fournette didn't help things out because he took 2 steps to the left before coming back to try and block the corner blitz.
It was all bad.
It was bad.
I will give one to Mike Evans, one to Brady. You probably want to give both Mike Evans. Sure. I don't know why you would want to do that.
And then what was the first?
Why you want to
I
do
don't
that to
remember the other
Aggie.
one. Was the other one a tip ball? I think it hit off a receiver. The Brady.
No, we threw the other one in double coverage. Threw all of them to Mike Evans.
Oh, that's right. He missed the bet. He made the first one was a bad throw. He throws that to the boundary. Might give Mike Evans a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So anyway, the Packers are down 5, and the Aaron Rodgers got himself has the ball twice, and he manages to compile -5 yards in 6 plays on 2 3-and-outs.
Yeah, that is
at home.
I think the Packers fans are complaining a lot about the call at the end of the game, but to me, that's what sums it up right there.
There was a ton of time left.
Your GOAT, in quotations, as I say, your guy with Devontae Adams. I guess Aaron Jones got knocked out anyways.
That was all. They were ripping Aaron Jones for fumbling the ball. I'm like, yeah, why don't you go get smoked by Whitehead and see how you feel? He got smoked.
Yeah, your offense that's been so great this year, your MVP, if he can't give you more than 3 points out of 2. I think it was 3 possessions actually. He can't give you 3 points out of more than 3 possessions.
Because the last 3 possessions they didn't score. I mean, the game was 23. The game was 23-30, 31-20, 28-23, 5 points. Brady throws a pick. You go 3 and out, lose 5 yards. Brady throws another pick on literally the second play.
Yeah.
And you go 3 and out, 0 yards.
I was like, this guy. When Brady was throwing those picks, I was like,
the second one. After the first one, we were hyped. We're like, okay, 3 and out.
It's fine, whatever. Because one I was like, it's kind of a punt. I think the first one was a kind of a punt.
The problem was with the first one is they were in field goal range to stretch it to 8, and they didn't get to stretch it to 8.
No, that was the Mike Evans one that you were mad about. They were in field goal range.
The one off the Mike Evans hands.
But no, the first one was like.
Oh, that was earlier in the game. They weren't down at 5 yet. They scored They went down the field and scored a touchdown off of that one.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
it's bad.
Packers got tight when the game got pressured on, and I think that's the thing is though they haven't.
They're a bunch of front runners. I told you I didn't feel any heat from these teams.
They played a lot of games where they were if you go through their schedule at the end of the year, they didn't play anybody except Tennessee.
And
Tennessee has a horrible defense in the snow. Okay.
Yeah, and they couldn't ever get the run game going.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised about all this. I should say not surprised, but like it kind of makes sense because they've never been in that situation. Unlike
Rodgers, the Super Bowl champ, they've been. He should have been in this situation. Matt LaFleur, they were in the NFC Championship game last year. I mean, what's this? They're supposed to be this great team. I've been banging on the table for 2 weeks how the Saints are frauds and the Packers are frauds. I've never been proven more right. I didn't feel any heat from this team. The defense actually played pretty decent in the second half.
They did.
I mean, they blew. I don't know what the hell the defensive call at the end of the half was. Balls for Bruce Arians for going for the touchdown at the end of the half.
Or Brady, one of the other.
I think it was Bruce. Bruce Arians called the timeout before. Bruce Arians called the timeout on first down where Aaron Rodgers had the ball with like 40 seconds left, and I was like, what is he doing? And Aaron Rodgers throws a pick the next play. That was right before the pick. They were calling timeouts to try and get the ball back and get a stop and get the ball back for Brady, and they got forced to pick on the next play, which was Rodgers' mistake of the game, and it was a bad pick.
It was a horrible pick.
And then the defense, God, Kevin King, woo, had a game.
Poor Kevin King. Nice guy though. I've met Kevin King. He introduced himself to me, so he's a good guy, nice guy. So you know him. I can't give him too much slander, but he had a rough game.
You give him a lot of
he had a rough game. He had a rough game. So yeah, I met him when I was in Seattle because he's a Husky. Man, I don't know.
Okay, so let's get it. So they got it down to the goal line. They had first and goal at the 8. They run a terrible screenplay on first down. Lazard's not paying attention. He throws it over his head. They ran the replay.
Slant. Okay.
Yeah, it was an RPO.
Yeah, RPO.
It was like an RPO screen or some shit. Green Bay screen. The lineman can be 30 yards downfield. They won't call it. Second down. I don't even remember what they did on second down.
Second down was
another forced ball to Devontae Adams, probably.
Maybe. Yeah, Devontae Adams. He ran the slant and go.
And he threw it out of the back.
No, he came down with it.
Way out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he had one foot in.
So yeah, Devontae Adams did not have a good game, especially in the red zone, which is he dropped a touchdown early in the game.
He dropped the route that I think is almost unguardable for them to.
That quick out, yeah.
That quick out, like back
shoulder
fade.
You have to just bracket it. You have to bracket Devontae Adams in the red zone.
But I don't know why you would ever literally. And maybe I need to.
But we said the same thing on the touchdown he caught, where the defender. They did a great job on the play before, where they had the Bama play with the double motion cutback.
They played that great.
And then he just ran a 2-yard slant.
I was like, why would you ever There's a couple guys I don't know a couple guys. Any team that get in the red zone and they go to they have a guy. You beat me with anyone else, I will be okay. I can live with it. I can go back to the head coach and be like, hey, homeboy beat us.
Take him away.
Take him away. Put 2 on him. I don't care. No one ever did that against the Patriots with Gronk. They would leave Gronk. They let Gronk go wide out over there 1-on-1. The Chiefs would do it every once in a while. They think Eric Berry can hold it down. It's like, no, I don't care if Eric Berry is all pro, the best defender.
Some people would try and put 2 people on. They couldn't cover them, but they would at least try. Some people.
If you tried, hey, I got 2 grown men on 1 grown man. And if that's the way it happens, it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What am I going to do? I get that. So yeah, they should have done that with Devontae Adams. So anyway, Rodgers on third down probably could have ran maybe for the touchdown. I don't know.
It's gonna be a hell of a collision, but I think
JPP might have sucked his ass up. JPP is not slow. He was flying all over the place.
There was Murphy. What's his last name?
Sean Murphy Bunting.
He was there.
He had 2 guys.
They were gonna meet at the corner. It was gonna be a fucking.
But he still has to outrun JPP. JPP had the angle to the end zone. I saw a good photo of it. He had an angle. It's how fast is he moving? He could be moving fast. JPP is an end. He is a pass rusher. He could get him. Ndamukong Suh gonna try too.
I saw Rodgers do some things. I just think he thought he could squeeze it in there.
Into double coverage. Should have been picked. Honestly, could have been picked.
It should have been picked more than anything. It was before Devontae Adams had a chance to even catch it. I think for Rodgers, I don't think he saw that though, because if he's looking back in, there's no way he ever saw the corner end zone. I'm probably sure. I don't think
you think you'd feel that space though. He's really good at it.
He is really good. I think.
He did it the week before against LA.
I think he legit thought he could squeeze it in there.
Also, it seemed like they were not clear if they were going for it or not, because with the play calling.
So don't throw your coach under the bus, dude.
It's Rodgers. He's a piece of shit. What else is new?
But
they didn't know if it was 4 down or 3 down territory, which is fair. You kind of have to know. The play calling kind of felt like it was 3 down territory with the play calling, because you could run the ball on first or second down and pick up 5.
Yeah.
And make it 4th and goal at the 4. The analytics are all over the place. I've seen the analytics say it was a horrible decision, the field goal was the right decision, and it was a push.
Yeah.
So it was all that. Are you going for it? 2:08 left, 4th and goal from the 8, down 8, and you had essentially 4 timeouts. You had 3 in the 2-minute warning.
God,
with Rodgers.
Brady's been throwing you the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
But your defense has been shutting down in the second half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Brady's been giving you the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you got Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, dude, like, I'm telling you, like, are you telling me that Devontae Adams' slant is not going for a touchdown, like, one-on-one?
I don't know. They did a pretty good. The problem is it's from the 8, so you can't be running those routes. You have a little bit more room to work, though. You can work something into the back of the end zone.
I think if you give me 3,
I don't go to Devontae Adams there, though.
No, I think in a fourth down deal,
They're gonna be all over Devontae Adams.
I'm going my dog. The same way I'm covering, the same way I'm going to go double team that dog. If he doesn't get double team, I'm going to him.
Maybe they should have drafted.
My thought process is there's not a man on planet who's going to cover him.
Maybe they should have drafted Michael Pittman Jr. or T. Higgins instead of Jordan freaking Love that they traded off for.
You're not wrong here at all.
To help in a situation like this.
I think if you'd have got me 2 to 3 more yards, I'm going from the 5 or the 4.
Then you can throw something like that. You can't really throw something like that.
Probably going for it from the 8 with 3 timeouts.
4 essentially.
4 timeouts.
But you pin Brady, and that makes them not be aggressive. Forces their hand.
I've heard that too. No, it forces him to be aggressive, right?
No, it forces Tampa to sit in a shell. They can't afford to turn the ball over. They're still up 8. They're going to try and run the ball, burn the timeouts, and then punt it, and make you try and score a touchdown on a 2 still.
That's the thing.
If you throw a turnover there,
I guess
you're screwed. So you're gonna pound so you're at the 8. So incomplete pass, you're at the 8. Tampa's gonna run. Say you get to the 14, you're the 12 or the 14. You're about 4th and 2. You punt. Green Bay's gonna have 1 timeout with a minute 40 left, minute 50 left, and you're gonna play defense. And you say not only do they have to go and score a touchdown, they have to get a 2-point conversion to just tie us. So you have more to work with. You force their hand. Instead, you kick the field goal. Okay, now a touchdown wins you the game. I think the Tampa Bay guy, brilliant move, slid, instead of hitting the 2-minute warning on the kickoff, slid on first down. They got to throw the pass on first down, and they picked up 9. And because they knew the clock was stopping anyway, so there was no reason. It opened the playbook up. Green Bay was clearly ready for a run. Okay, so you can clearly, they got the pass from they picked up 9 yards. Now Green Bay jumped off sides, gave them the first down, which again
should have declined.
Just should have declined. Keep jumping, keep declining them. We'll sit here all day.
Yeah, I don't know why Bruce. I just think
Bruce, old school coach. Yeah, we'll do this. So
yeah, I think I kicked the field goal again. I don't know. I got Rodgers though. Like, are you I guess if you got one of these quarterbacks, right? In these 4, in my opinion, this is one of the 4 guys I'm probably going for it with. Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, Russell.
I've moved more off the field. I was okay with the field goal early because I was saying, okay, touchdown wins the game. Like, the best we can do if I don't get it is tie, and I still have to get the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
And you still may not get the ball. We've seen that one play out before. You may never see that ball again. Pat Mahomes never saw that ball again. So I get it, but the more I thought about it, it's like you have Rodgers. I've seen this story before too much. I've seen Tom Brady with the ball to close out a game, and all he does is close out the game. So I see
it's not an NFL head coach. I just think you gotta feel what you. It's also a feeling though.
You gotta.
Yeah. It's a feel for the game. Like we're just sitting here at the table and we're playing.
They hadn't been great in the red zone.
Tuesday morning,
your defense had been very good.
Your quarterback's been. Your defense has been very good. And honestly, your defense did the right thing outside of a freaking PI call, and you're probably getting the ball back.
And the refs had been letting them play a little bit. But I don't want to hear this Green Bay nonsense.
I don't want to hear. I'm
the man pulled his shirt for like 4 yards, and if he doesn't pull his shirt, it's a touchdown. He's running into the end. Tyler Johnson, or catching the ball and sliding down because there was nobody there. They drew that thing up perfectly.
Yeah. So
Kevin King again with the PI to lose the game.
I guess hindsight, you go for it because you get them.
You never got the ball back. Yeah,
you pin them. But I think if you gotta feel your defense has been balling, and then I feel like you're getting the ball back.
I just hate the play calling though. Run the ball on first down, and then we can make a decision. I know you don't have Aaron Jones, but Jamal Williams wasn't. AJ Dillon. I feel like they got away from their run game too much. They kill on the play action. Matt LaFleur has been bad in 2 NFC Championship games, and he doesn't like Rodgers. And of course, Rodgers had to throw a hissy fit at the end of the game, leaving cryptic messages, getting upset.
You want to talk about that?
We can talk about that.
It came out today. He said he's not going anywhere. He
was on
McAfee show. But from I don't know. Why would he do that?
Because he's a prima donna.
Gosh.
Colin thought it was a money move, which I was like, okay. But clearly it wasn't about money. No. The Green Bay people thought it was a real deal. I'd be pissed
The owners
too.
had to come out and say we're not idiots, not giving away Rodgers.
One of they had 8 draft picks in the draft. One person played any playoff snaps, and that was A.J. Dillon.
Wow.
You were in the NFC Championship game the year before. You think you don't need to draft for? You need to draft for now.
Yeah. I guess he does want more money. That's it. I also saw a report that
The contract is getting a little cheap, but maybe quarterbacks.
But dude, like,
highly overpaid.
if you want to have these other guys, you got to look in the mirror at some point and be like, either you.
It's not money. You don't need to sign free agents. How about you draft somebody and not a quarterback that's going to be on the point of drafting a rookie quarterback is they're on a rookie deal and you win with a rookie deal quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not going to be on a rookie deal. Aaron Rodgers is playing for the next 5 years comfortably. He won the MVP this year.
Yeah. It's tough.
I would want out. I would demand out. Screw this.
I don't think he's a man now. He likes Green Bay, man. It's his home. It's where it's at.
He doesn't like his head coach. I can tell you that much.
He ain't getting out of there either. They're just trying to patch it together. I don't want to talk about the Packers more than that. We're gonna have to, but
We can rave about Tampa Tom, the GOAT.
sorry about the GOAT for a little bit.
He's got
the GOAT.
10 Super Bowl appearances. I did love this stat. If you take Tom Brady's career, split it in half, 2001 to 2011, and 2012 to 2021, he's the 2 best quarterbacks to ever play.
He is truly the GOAT. It's not even.
It's gross. Like 10
Gross.
Super Bowls.
I hope Mahomes does half what he's done.
Yeah,
and I'll be okay with
that. We're talking in hypotheticals. Maybe Mahomes one day might get to where Brady is. Like the argument is over with Tom Brady.
Yeah, he might. He has the best chance so far of like somewhat sniffing that.
Because he might get 2 this year. But we thought the same thing with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was on the path. If they run the ball on the 1 yard line, it's one less for Brady, and Russell Wilson would have had 2 and 3 years in the league. And it's the path Mahomes can see himself on right now.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
It's right there. If Mahomes loses this game, he may never get back there. You just never know.
It's true. You never know.
But the Chiefs have been pretty dominant over a 2-year stretch. Unlike the Seahawks were not as dominant over that stretch as the Chiefs have been.
No, you could see it slowly ripping apart. Like that
and especially the way you lose that game.
The way you lose that game kind of hurts you. I mean, you're not wrong. So I think Mahomes. I hate that everyone's kind of hopping on the Chiefs, and I don't know. I feel like some people but I think it's maybe a 50-50 split.
Mahomes lost 1 game since he's come back from his injury in 2019, and it was to the Raiders this year.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Raiders. They should hang a banner.
I sure hope they leave, Carlton Davis and Hill to 1-on-1 again.
But you want another 200? Congrats, Tyreek. You had 200 yards in the first quarter. You won the game by 3 points.
Yeah, I know.
So that's an interesting.
I only know they're letting it up in the Super Bowl though.
I think it's interesting matchup. The Chiefs' O-line is banged up.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay's defensive line is only getting healthier with Vita Vea back, and that pass rush is gross. And then flip side, Chiefs' pass rush looked really good this week, and can Tampa's really good young offensive line hold up? Because they gave up nothing against Green Bay.
They didn't. But I don't think Green Bay didn't blitz. They don't blitz. They rush forward.
Oh, you want to blitz Tom Brady? Go right ahead. Go ahead, blitz Tom. It's not a good. I've never seen
people beat him though.
No,
year.
they beat him with a straight up move him off his spot. That's how the Giants beat him in 01. Colin flipped the script or in 2007, the undefeated Patriot goes, well, the Chiefs are kind of like the undefeated Patriots. They're this juggernaut of a team and offense, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are kind of like those scrappy Giants. Like they went on the road for 3 straight games. They have a great pass rush. They got a Hall of Fame QB leading them. They have great offense. They have a good pass. The pass rush seems legit.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not questioning that at all.
I mean, what's their weak spot? Corner. You get both safeties back.
That's true. It is what it is. I mean, there's a formula. It's all great until those guys get out there. That's why the Chiefs are good. It's all easy. Look, the X's and O's look great until Kelsey Hill gets out there and McCole Hardman starts to feel himself. And we're gonna get Sammy Watkins back. Like it's all great. And I'm just as scared on the other side because you know me. I'm worried about Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, playoff Lenny,
Scotty Miller.
Like I'm just as worried about those guys as anything. But like, hey, both teams have. I guess I don't say both teams have been here, but Brady's been there, and Sue's been there, JPP's been there, and maybe that's about it. And the Chiefs have been there. So
Bruce Arians has been there.
Bruce Arians has been there. So I think maybe from not a quarterback standpoint, but from maybe a whole team standpoint, they're not show. But Tampa Bay's at home though, so I don't know.
Tampa Bay is at home, which is wild, and they're gonna have some fans there.
It's a different Super Bowl. It's not like the same.
It's weird. The Chiefs aren't traveling until the day before, 2 days before,
which is fine. They don't have to do all those festivities and all that stuff. So I don't know.
Tampa, it's a big advantage, I think, for Tampa that they're comfy for 2 weeks at home.
You're not wrong.
I am interested. I was worried about that this week with Tampa Bay, that the big game was going to get to them. Kind of got to the Bills. They were a little late. I was worried about Mike Evans. I was worried about the idiots, as I like to call them, at wide receiver. And they were okay. Chris Godwin. Brady needs to stop throwing him the ball where he can think about the catch.
Chris Godwin, we're coming back to this podcast, and if the Chiefs lose, I won't be on here, so you don't have to worry about that.
Crybaby. He's already got a ring.
Chris Godwin is going to kill the Chiefs on that Sunday because he's been struggling. And like that's the type of guys who freaking kill the Chiefs. Guys are he's been off, and now he's like catching everything.
He finds his confidence again.
He finds his confidence.
I think Brady. I do love it. You can't give him a ball he can think about. Just like Brady, he dropped the easy slant, and then Brady just went right back to him on like literally a jump ball, and he went up and got it. And it's like, just don't think about it. Just go catch it.
It's going to be interesting. Gosh, Buccaneers scare me more than anything, but we'll see. I need the champagne raining down. I had Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl in August. I should have stuck with. I was 50-50 Baltimore, Kansas City. I thought Kansas City was going to lose in a tight one. I could have had the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna make an official pick yet. I mean, I guess you need to see who gets healthy.
You gotta
That's like everyone should be back.
We got a whole week to let it simmer. Any other move? Matt Stafford, dude. We need to talk about coming up maybe after the Super Bowl. 18 quarterbacks. Adam Schefter tweeted he expects to over under 18 quarterbacks, new quarterbacks starting for teams, and he said I'll take the over. 18. He thinks over 18 teams are going to change. Not
time tonight.
No, but after the Super Bowl, 18. Let that sink in.
Gosh, can we list 18 real quick?
I can give you the team. He said only 10 teams are secure at quarterback, and you can just start listing who's not at secure. So you go AFC.
Well, should we just list the teams who are secure? Let me see quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I think it's a little more than 10. Some teams are iffy.
Okay, let's just list the ones we know for sure.
Lamar.
We're starting AFC?
Yeah, let's go AFC. Secure job is Josh Allen, and that's it in the AFC East. Lamar, maybe Baker. Joe Burrow. You go Lamar and Joe Burrow, secure.
Okay, that's 3.
That's 3. Yeah. Nobody in the AFC South. Maybe Tannehill. I would say Tannehill.
I give you Tannehill.
Okay, that's it. In the West, Mahomes, Herbert. That's it. You can't guarantee Lock. You can't guarantee Carr. Just based on what the market's going to look like.
Okay.
NFC. Cousins. Rodgers, not even. They don't even count Rodgers anymore.
So we have 5 in the AFC?
Yeah, we had 5 in the AFC.
Okay.
Cousins, and that's it in the NFC North. NFC West, Russell and Murray is it. You can't count Goff and you can't count Garoppolo.
No.
South, maybe Brady. He could retire. And that's it. Can't count on Breeze retiring. You can't count on Ryan. You can't count on Teddy.
Okay.
And then
NFC East.
Maybe Dak. Probably Dak, but that's still up in the air.
Dak. That's it.
Daniel Jones, maybe. No football team. No Eagle. You don't know what's going on in either of those teams. There's a lot.
You're right.
A lot of.
There's a couple more I would probably lean
It depends what the market moves. Some guys are definitely going to stay, but the market's going to move. I mean, Matt Stafford's on the market.
Yeah, 18. I'll probably take the under though.
Well, think about it. There's going to be 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round.
That's what Mel Kiper had.
And that could be 5 starters, especially if the Patriots are taking Mac Jones, which I don't get that pick.
No way to take Mac Jones. The Patriots take like.
What do you mean they don't want a chubby Brady?
No, they take a guy in the 3rd round, and we
They need a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. Cam Newton's gone. Oh, Jarrett Stidham. We've been here for years.
I think Belichick takes one of those other quarterbacks. I don't know.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, all right.
You think he liked running the QB run game this year though?
He has to go to. You can't.
No, but I think not Cam Newton. But I think he likes.
You can't. You have to have a mobile quarterback. Pocket quarterbacks don't win anymore. It's a problem. The only team that has the only pocket quarterback that put up good numbers was Kirk Cousins, and his offensive line is dog shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's it. All right. He's back. It was good having you back.
It's good having me back.
We're gonna have more of these. He can't say no. He signed a legal contract. No, he cries about it.
You're taking away my bachelor time.
Oh my god, the fans are gonna rate. Just the hate comments are already flying in about this.
Yeah, moving. We'll get into hoops later. Gosh, yeah, I haven't deep dived into hoops much. I didn't even deep dive in KU basketball. I just know we're
'Cause they're
struggling this year.
terrible. See,
Not terrible. It's struggling this year.
he doesn't even want to get on these things because he can't spare 45 minutes to an hour. Because all we do, this is literally what we do almost every night, is to literally talk to each other about sport. A thing here or there, a nugget here.
I will. Let's talk about your 76ers for 30 seconds.
Okay, they're
look
good.
They look good.
They
Yes.
lost last night. They look good. Joel Embiid's getting a lot of MVP talk.
Yes. Bill Simmons. He said he would take Joel MVP for. He's at 6-1 odds at some point. He said he likes LeBron, and then he's like Joel, LeBron, and who else has been killing it? Jokic. But yeah, your Sixers look good. I love Ben Simmons. I know I love Joel Embiid.
Thank God that we didn't trade for that fat man Harden.
I'm interested to see what the Nets are going to do. I'm just spitting off like NBA topics. Obviously, the Lakers are rolling.
Clippers are hot.
Clippers are hot as well.
That's about it.
I mean, Luka's he's in trouble with the whole COVID deal. Like his Mavericks are just getting deployed. They're
bad.
busted.
They also his team's not very good with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Cleveland surprisingly decent.
Cleveland's surprised. They got young guys who want to hoop.
And they picked up Drummond.
But a couple of these teams that got young guys. Charlotte's half decent. They got young guys who kind of with Gordon, right? And then the Magic kind of in this.
The Magic are always kind of there though. They're always kind of that 8 team.
You always see it, and then like I still like what Boston's doing. So there's a couple, and then like the Suns. They lost to the Jazz. I mean, I don't know. It's been good basketball. I haven't really been deep dive into it.
We're getting them excited about this. Once his Chiefs maybe or maybe don't win, he's already sweating it. You did say if they get 2, you'll be good forever.
I'll be good for a while if they get 2.
For a while, you're gonna be some gray. You're gonna have to have some gray in your beard if they get 2.
Yeah, if you get 2, you might never get them again.
You may never get them again. You see most of the NFL with none. All right,
I'm gonna get them while I can.
All right, that's gonna do it for us this week. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week.